Motivation is unreliable. If you're waiting for it, you'll keep starting over every single time. This is actually one of my favorite topics because it ties well with mindset. And as we all know, mindset is everything. So stay tuned. I hope to give you enough value and tangible points that you can take home today and start implementing. See, most people think consistency comes from motivation, but it doesn't. It comes from having a system. And if you don't have one, you'll continue to fail. Let me explain. Motivation is emotional. It comes and it goes. It's mostly dependent on external factors, such as incentives, promotions, or short-term goals. A good example is getting in shape for your wedding. And when the wedding is over, your obligation to show up fades away and you're back to square one. Another thing about motivation is that it depends a lot on your mood. And as we all know, emotions aren't easy to control. So if you are the kind of person who gets easily triggered by stress either at work, at home, or when you're low on energy, then it's going to be pretty difficult and challenging to stay committed to any goal. Because goals run on focus, not feelings. And this brings me to my last point on motivation, which is motivation fails during stress periods. Some of you can probably relate to this. When life gets in the way, busy, the first excuse we use is, I'm too busy, I don't have time. And yet, during these busy times is when we should prioritize our health the most to stay healthy, fit, and able to cope. Instead, most of us quit the one thing that's supposed to help us to keep our heads above water. Listen, busy professionals don't need motivation. They need defaults. Having said that, let's talk about the 4 discipline factors. Number 1, using your time wisely. Discipline isn't so much about what you do. It's about how much you value yourself and therefore the standards you live by. Because if you live out your life in accordance to your standards, then time will either be extremely important or something you take very casually. High performers schedule the day to the hour, from when they wake up, when they exercise, what time they eat, and when they go to bed. Because they understand time is the currency of what life is made of. So they use it very wisely. Number 2 is your environment. The environment you're in will either build you or break you. Now, I can choose to go to the gym to work out on my strength, resilience, patience, and mindset to be able to cope better with life's challenges. Or I can choose to hang out in a bar with my colleagues after work, share our miseries, and escape life. Choose an environment that brings out the best in you. And my last point here is number 3 is structure. Structure supports my first point, using your time wisely. Basically, if you don't know when to do what, how do you expect anything to get done, right? By organizing your day, you build a system around your lifestyle that supports the goals you want to achieve. Remember, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And the last point here, which I'm really intentional about, is accountability. I believe there are 2 forms of accountability. Correct me if I'm wrong, but internal and external. Internal accountability is self-driven. External accountability depends on people, systems, or support that is outside of yourself. This is what keeps you on track or pulls you back on track when you fall off the wagon. Real progress happens when you have both the internal accountability and external. If you change your environment, your behavior will follow. Here's why most people quit after 90 days of any health program or training program. Number 1, unrealistic expectations. Subconsciously, most people quit even before they start. They set the expectation so high, it's almost impossible to achieve. And if they did achieve it, they wouldn't keep the results because they didn't grow into the person who can. You're not going to lose 10 kilos in 12 weeks, but you can lose 5, and that's the healthy way. Moral of the story, start small, think long term. Don't rush to have the results if you haven't built the habits to deserve them. And number 2 here is lack of flexibility. This is why most people quit. Because most people want certainty before they begin. They don't realize it's the process that teaches you or teaches them what actually works for their situation or their problem. Yes, you need structure, and yes, you need consistency to reach a goal, but you also need flexibility in your approach, because one plan doesn't fit all. And number 3, one of the most important points here is the all or nothing mentality. This is where I see most busy professionals fail. They aim for 5 workouts a week instead of starting with something realistic that fits their schedule. They jump into keto, intermittent fasting, Cambridge diets, or the latest hype diet instead of eating to support consistent energy, performance, and long-term health. Stop chasing quick fixes. Start playing the long game. Remember, consistency dies when the plan doesn't fit your lifestyle. Here are some action points you can start implementing right now to start making a difference and staying consistent. Always start small. 2 sessions per week are more than enough when you're starting from zero. It's manageable, it's easy to schedule, and drastically increases the chance that you will actually show up and stay consistent. The second part is get a fixed schedule. Treat your workouts like work meetings. Block them in your calendar, make them non-negotiable, and hold yourself accountable as well. If you missed a session, you don't cancel it, you reschedule it within the same week, just like you do with your meetings. And most of all, remove decision making. Get support. Let our front desk team at BeyondFit structure your training sessions for the coming weeks and handle any rescheduling when needed. This removes fatigue, or rather decision fatigue, keeps you consistent, and allows you to focus fully on showing up and training, and will take care of the planning. At BeyondFit, discipline is built into the system, not forced. So contact us if you need support, accountability, and a team that actually understands what you need. And for now, keep showing up and see you soon.